Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to see how this goes. See if it works at all. Tonight, I'm doing some pork fried rice. Because I've got some pork loin and pork loin pieces. I cut the gristle off of it, and that the hard patch of whatever's. But I left some of that pop seasoning on there because I kind of like the taste of it. It's not too bad. I did get a report about pop seasoning on salmon today. It was wonderful from what they told me. So I'll believe them since they're not a paid sponsor. They're just people. So thank you all for stopping in, and we're going to cut this pork loin up. I got slices of pork loin here. If you couldn't tell, being a little bit careful, I got three relatively thick slices of it. I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces because I don't want big pieces in my pork fried rice. Now we're throwing it in the skillet with 2 slices of bacon that I cut up quite similarly. It's going to look like that. It's all going in here. That's going to brown up a little bit. I've got green onions going in there because I always have green onions in fried rice. I keep forgetting about the lights back here. I dropped something on the floor. I can't leave it on the floor. Like a piece of pineapple. So, I'm going to stir this in a little bit. Get it sizzling a little bit. I put the bacon in first because it's not cooked. And it needs to get cooked a little bit before we do anything. Bought jasmine rice, and I've got it cooking right there. Jasmine rice, baby. So I suppose I could probably take this camera over here, over by the stove now, and okay, there like that. Hey, look at that. Ta-da! So, I'm going to turn this one up a little bit. I'm going to take the rice, dump it right in here. Like that. I'm going to throw it right on top of that. All of it right there. Probably should have cooked more rice. But I don't know. So we're going to fry this rice up. Oh yeah, pretty good meat to rice to vegetable thing going on here. That's going to look beautiful here in about 10 or 15 minutes. Got a nice tight fitting lid on that. We're going to let that cook. I do have some Swanson's chicken broth. I am going to use to flavor that just a little bit. But main flavoring is going to come out of the refrigerator, and it's going to be involving a soy sauce of sorts. We're going to see what it is. Tell you what, I'll pause this. Alright, boys and girls, got this soy bay, toasted sesame. It's got sesame seeds, ginger, and black pepper. And I have Kinder's teriyaki. Kinder's teriyaki is wonderful stuff, I'm telling you. Kinder is some of the most impressive teriyaki sauce I've ever seen. The soy bay makes a really good one. Kinder's is right there with it. So we're still cooking here. We're going to continue to cook. We're going to brown this rice up a little bit in this pan, I hope, because we want the rice browned a little bit. So I've got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the bottom of that pan, just to keep her from sticking real bad. We're just going to let that cook for a little while. I'll come back to you. Alright, boys and girls, I put a little bit of that soy bay in there. Not exactly the smell I'm looking for. We're going to go with the Kinder teriyaki. I did put some of the chicken broth in there. So that's about a quarter cup, maybe a half cup of the Kinders. That's all I have in that jar, so that's all that's going in there. But I'm going to stir that up a little bit. I think you can hear it sizzling. Starting to look good. Starting to smell good. Does need to dry out just a little bit. I'm going to put this back out there for a minute. Turn that down on low. So, we have this jasmine rice, cup of jasmine rice, cup and a quarter of water, a little bit of salt. Boil that up about 15 minutes. Bring it to a boil, then about 15 minutes on a low sim, and then prepare the meats and stuff. Throw the jasmine rice in with about a quarter cup of that, about a quarter cup of this, and about 3 tablespoons of that. I got 2 slices of bacon and about a half a pound of pork loin in there. That's what's cooking in there. Starting to smell really good. I'm going to be serving it up on a plate here pretty quick. Don't go away. I'm back. I told you I'd come back. Here we have a plate. Here we have stuff. Not a bad consistency overall. So we got meat and shallots. Well, shallots are green onions, and that's pretty much what it's going to look like. We're going to sit down to have this. My wife wants more vegetables. I'll cook her some more vegetables. I don't know. I just don't know. We're going to see how this goes. So this could be really good with spring rolls or spring roll wraps or something like that. It's going to be really good with just a touch of soy sauce. It might be good with tortillas. Got the rice thing going on. Really don't know. So we'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you stop by and check out Sweetgrass Hemp Co. That's the storefront for Big Top Farms right here in Bend, Sisters, Oregon, Central Oregon area. Check them out. Patronize these people. They do great work. They do wonderful things. They've helped me out a ton. I'm trying to help them out by getting their name out there. Thank you once again for stopping in. For God's sake, please eat well.